And you may ask yourself, why are we heading out on a dank and dismal day to take photographs? And you may ask yourself, what is the point of all this? And you may ask yourself, where is my beautiful house? Where is... Oh no, that's a song.
What did I say?
During the meanwhilest.
During the meanwhilest? No, I don't like that at all.
Well, hello, it's Dexy and me again, and this time we're on the road. We're heading to a landscape photography location. One of my favourite places to go and take photographs. It's a little spot high up in the Swansea Valley, nestled in the foothills of the Southern Brecon Beacons, and it's of a stream that's cascading down the mountainside and eventually becomes the River Towie, which flows into the Bristol Channel in my home city of Swansea. We've come out to do it on a dank and dismal day because dank and dismal days are the best conditions for photographing flowing water. The reason being that you don't get that nasty glare that you get on sunny days where you've got loads and loads of contrast. And also it means that I can shoot at longer shutter speeds without having to resort to sticking a filter on the front of my lens. And it just makes for a much easier photographic experience. Now I will probably have to use a couple of filters. I'll definitely have to use a polarizing filter today to take even the smallest amount of glare off the water, but hey ho, needs must. Anyway, we'll head up now to our location, and we'll get back to you when we get there. Right, well, here we are. We've arrived on location at this lovely cascade. I photographed this, I don't know, dozens of times, I guess, over the years. It's one of my favourite places to come and photograph. The main reason being that it's literally like 20 feet from my car. I don't do hiking. I can't hike anywhere. I can't walk far. So this perfectly encapsulates my philosophy as a landscape photographer. It's landscape photography with basically zero physical effort, and it suits me down to the ground. Anyway, the image I have in mind today is of this cascade, this beautiful cascade here. This is the kind of infant River Towie, I guess. It's more than a stream now when it gets here, but it starts way back up there on the mountainside. Anyway, without further ado, let's get the camera out of its bag, on the tripod, get in the water. It's going to be cold even though I've got my boots and 3 pairs of light socks on. And let's get this image. Filter-wise, I am going to use a polarizer to take what little glare there is off the water. And I'm also going to use a grad, a 3-stop grad, to take any brightness off the cascade itself, because it's quite a contrasty scene. The water is quite dark, obviously, because the sky is pretty dark, but the cascade itself is really bright, so I can't get that in one image. I'm going to shoot in portrait orientation. I don't want any sky in my shot. It's going to be in close foreground, looking at past that rock there to the cascade. I'm going to try and do this without slipping and falling in the water, because if I do, that's going to make for one hell of a video. Right then, I hope you can hear me. Settings wise, F16, ISO 100, focusing on the rock first, then on the cascade. Shutter speed is whatever it is. Right, well, I'm more than happy looking at the images on the back of the camera with what I've got. So it's now a case of backing up, obviously, drying everything off, because it's quite misty and horrible. I was hoping to fly the drone, but I can't. But yeah, quite a simple shot. Polarizer, grad. I shot 4 images in total, 2 focused on the rock, 2 focused on the cascade, both at f16. It's going to give me, between the 2 shots, I think I am going to have to use both of them. Perfect back to front sharpness. But the only way to find out is to get back home, get in the warm, in the dry, get them on the computer and see what we've got. But I'm quite happy looking at the back of the camera. I'm more than happy with what I've captured here. So now it's the arduous 20 feet trek back to the car, get the heater on, get it demisted. In fact, it's so cold, Dexter didn't even want to get out of the car. I tried to coax him out. Normally he loves coming here, but he didn't even want to get out of the car. It's so cold. Right, let's get back in the warm. Oh boy, am I glad to be back home after that cold, miserable, dreary, damp excursion to the mountains. Apologies for the quality of the audio in those outdoor clips. I haven't got a wireless lav mic, and I think I need to invest in one for the new year, because my wired one, I couldn't get close enough to the camera to use that, so I was using the shotgun mic on the top of the camera, and it's going to pick up a lot of the, even though I had a wind sock on it, it's picking up a lot of wind noise, and obviously it's picking up the sound of the stream as well, so I do apologise for that. Anyway, what I don't apologise for is my image, because I'm really proud of it. I shot 4 images in total, all the same pretty well. 2 focused on the foreground rock and 2 focused on the cascade in the background. I had a look at them. I couldn't get back to front sharpness in either, so I focus stacked them in Photoshop, and then had a little bit of a tinker with contrast and vibrance and whatnot, and this is the final image. And as I said, I couldn't be happier with it. The conditions couldn't have been better though for shooting moving water. I mean, dull, dreary, overcast days really are king for that, because you've got no, as I said before, you've got no contrast in light and dark off the water, because you haven't got sun shining down or bright light shining down onto the water. So it's much easier to control that. I still used a polarizing filter to take off what little glare there was, and also that helped me to slow down my shutter speed enough to get some sort of that ethereal moving water effect that I so love in shooting water and waterfall images. I did also have to use a reverse grad filter, so darker at the middle, going up to lighter at the top, to control the exposure as far as the cascade itself was concerned. So otherwise it was just too bright and too contrasty, and I didn't want to shoot bracketed images and focus stack. I don't think my computer, let alone my brain, could have coped with that, to be honest. But yeah, I couldn't be happier with the final image we've got, and as usual I'll put a montage of images up at the end, but pride of place will go to my latest image, the one that we shot in the video today. Well, that's it from Dexter and me for 2020. Hopefully, as I said just before Christmas, 2021 we'll see more of these in-field type videos, and I will get a better microphone, I promise, in the January sales to record outdoor audio. Yeah, so all that remains for Dexter and me to say is thank you so much for watching during what has been a horrible year, 2020. Hopefully we've kept you entertained. For those of you that do watch and enjoy these videos, I hope we've kept you in some way entertained, sort of interested in, kept your interest in photography up, and generally just helped through what has been the most horrible of years. 2021 can only get better. There's a vaccine, or a number of vaccines, so hopefully by the time I speak to you this time next year, the world will be back to normal. We can go out and about, unless COVID-21 has hit us by then. God only knows. You know, that's a joke. Touch wood, that won't happen. Yeah, so as usual, from Dexter and me, thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, but celebrate responsibly and in a socially distanced manner. So no old lang syning outside, unless you're in your bubble, of course. Right, we will go now. So a happy New Year from Dexter and me, and we will see you in 2021. All the very best. Bye bye.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, and you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself,